Hey guys, we want to start a video. My name is TrioUltraGaming, and one thing that a lot of us may not talk about a lot to people, except for the people we trust the most, is our biggest fears. Biggest fears can go a lot of ways. Whether you're scared of heights, whether you're scared of spiders, whether you're scared of very big things. Biggest fears go a lot of ways, and they kind of shape how we see things and how people see us. Like, I look at people whose biggest fears are roller coasters, I'm like, nigga, what? And because I love roller coasters, and then I look at people who has a fear of just heights in general, I say, you know, I can see it. But yeah, I mean, I can see it. But yeah, that gets us in today's video, where I'll be talking about my biggest fear. Now, there's a lot of things that I fear. One of those things being these frick creatures. I don't like dogs. Anyways, that's the topic for another day. Today, I want to talk about my true biggest fear. Something I fear so much that, yeah, I just fear it a lot. Now, what's that thing, you might ask? Even though you already see it on the title. My biggest fear is being alone. And you know what? When I think about all the stuff I've done in my life, I can see a reflection of that since before I knew that was my fear. I think one of the main reasons I see this as one of my biggest fears, and before I get into that, I noticed when I'm editing the last episode that this wasn't fixed, and Loki pissed me off, so I'm gonna fix it now. But like I was saying, one of the things that I realized, like throughout my life, I've done things purely to keep friendships, because I don't like being alone, and I think the feeling of just not having anyone to talk to, or just being someone that no one wants to talk to, it just doesn't feel right. Like, it just doesn't feel good to be alone or just not have anyone to talk to. And like I said, I've showed that in my life a lot. Like, some good examples I can give. I remember last video I was talking about my friends online. I didn't really get onto that, but one of my friends, I mentioned a friend who was one of my best friend's cousins, who was my best friend, and I think one of the things that was so weird about our friendship is that we stopped being friends and became friends again multiple times. I don't know if that wasn't something that my dumbass didn't think was like a big no, big like let it go, but I honestly I kept going back, and I think I remember most of the times it was me trying to keep it together. I feel like sometimes I beg just so we could continue to be friends, but after a while, I mean, luckily I stopped, thank God. But and yeah, that's like one of the big examples of why I don't like being alone. And though like I said in my last video, I really have bad friends. I have terrible friends at school, and the only reason I still talk to them, which I feel like I can get more into in this video, is because I don't like being alone. And even if I was to like being alone, me being me, it feels hard to let go of something you've been around for damn near 4 years. Like, I've been dealing with these guys since 6th grade, so naturally leaving wouldn't be that easy. But I feel like it'd be easier for people to leave me than it is for me to leave other people, because like I said, I don't want to be alone. I want to have friends, you know? I want to have people to talk to, people to care about me too, I want to have those things. And something about life in general feels like it'd be so empty without that feeling of like genuine care from people, or just people who like genuinely respect you. And though I feel like not many of the people I've been around have respected me, I still don't like being alone. Yeah, that's the overall point of the view. I don't like being alone. And another example of me not wanting to be alone, well, I guess I've already really said it, was my bad friend group, which I'll get into in another video soon. But those guys, I remember like when I stopped talking to them for a bit, and it was just silence. You know, no one to talk to, because think about it, those are the people I talk to all the damn time. And like when you stop talking to them, it just goes silent. Like I'd be in class doing my work and I'd still hear them having their loud, obnoxious, stupid talks, and just be thinking like, wow, damn. And that's the thing I don't understand. I want to keep this topic for another video, but genuinely sucks how people, like, they expect you to be your friend so much after they treat you like shit, and then the second you're gone, it's like they don't care, but they want you there, but they wouldn't care if you were gone. Like, that feeling is just, I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't feel right, nor does it feel good. Honestly, feels like an asshole thing to do. It's like you don't even value friendship, and that's one of the main key points of me like fearing being alone. I value friendships. I value real friendships. That's me and Antonio, for example. That's practically my brother. And I love that man. I die for that man. I love that man just as much as I love my own actual brother, and see him as family just as much as I see my family as family. And you know what? That's because we known each other for a good while, and like we've been through stuff. We've been through things together, and those things made us, you know, more friends, you know, stuff like that. And I think good thing, me and him, we value our friendship like that. So when other people don't seem to value friendship, that just shows how much of a person they are. And I know some people may not just don't want friends, which is a little weird in my opinion, but backstories, I guess. But when you outright play with loneliness and stuff like it's some toy, that's just not right. Personally speaking, I think anyone with a good mind would agree with that statement that I made. Am I right, lads? Or am I right, lads? No? Okay, damn. But yeah, that's really it. I don't like being alone, and I think that's the main reason why I am who I am today. The choices I've made, the things that I've done, and like the people that I've surrounded myself with are really all a reflection of the fear of being alone. And I would like to say that maybe one day I would get over this fear, but I think that's just one of the things that is going to stick with me for life. Like, we all have a fear that sticks with us for life, and I think this is just the thought of being alone will haunt me for the rest of my life. And hopefully I find people who neutralize that fear, like make it feel like less of an outcome, because one day I have to find actual good friends at school. It has to happen. Hopefully. Maybe. I hope. God help. But like until then, I don't know, man. I really hope that I don't let that fear affect me too much in the future, because honestly, that fear of being alone has led to me making some very bad decisions in my life. And when I say very bad decisions, it makes it sound like I killed someone over it. But I'm like personal, very bad decisions, like staying with these friends for so long, like even down to begging for friendships with people who clearly didn't value them enough, and just doing things that make me feel less of a person than someone else. So honestly, if you want to take something away from this video, then don't beg for friendships that don't exist. Like, I know this video's all about fears, but don't, if you're like me and you fear loneliness, I get that. But I think one thing I still need to figure out, and one thing that other people with the same fear as me can figure out, is that not everybody's gonna be our friend. And yeah, I get that, but like, I think it's okay to be alone sometimes. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to have your own moments. The thought of being alone forever sucks, but like, it's okay to be alone at times, because sometimes we need to be alone. And what I was just saying earlier, excuse me, don't fight for a friendship that someone doesn't value. If you're gonna be okay. If you're gonna be friends with someone and they don't seem to value your friendship, like they could easily go a moment without you and then beg to be with you, or they can easily say something behind your back or just blatantly in front of you, you shouldn't talk to those people, because anyone deserves to be treated better than being treated like shit. No one deserves to be like no one deserves to be alone in life. That's not something that anyone deserves. So if people make you, if people make you feel like you deserve, quote unquote, deserve to be alone, then you shouldn't be around those people. You should surround yourself around better people. And I know I don't. And the one thing I know about myself is I can make the best advice of all time and still not take that. But I genuinely recommend you guys take that advice, because like, it's genuinely helpful. And hopefully one day I realize just how much I need to take this advice and like actually implant it in my life, you know? But like, just remember that. Don't fight for a friendship that was one way, because friendship shouldn't have to be one way. Friendship should be an effort of both people or a whole friend group. Anything, relationships, family, everything has to be an effort between two people. Because the truth is, though we can do things alone, some people can do things alone, we can't do a lot of things alone. We really can't do things alone. You'll need people. Some people need those that can support them. Some people need those that can just be there for them. Some people need those friends. People need family. People need those things in their life so that they can make it and be who they want to be. And if people are making you not feel like that, like not feel like someone that's gonna support you, then you shouldn't be around them. Simple as that. So yeah, I guess that's really it. I don't like being alone. I hate being alone. But I think my experience with hating being alone has taught me many valuable lessons in life that I, though hated to go through, am glad I went through it so that I could be a better person and bring this information to you guys so that people don't have to deal with that same thing that I and many others have had to deal with little to no help. So take this information as you will, but this is just another motivational ultra gamer moment, I guess. I love how I can be the most motivational person of all time, yet life still sucks. But yeah, that's really it for today's Yap session. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my little talk, then please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I post any new videos. To summarize this whole video, being alone is my biggest fear, but throughout begging for friendships and everything, throughout staying with the bad friends that I didn't like staying with bad friends though I knew they weren't people I should be around, through pretty much all of my life from 6th grade to now, I've learned that being alone at sometimes isn't a bad thing. So, and I've learned to cherish that being alone. One final example, no, I'm dragging it, but I hate to mention him again, but a friend that I stopped talking to, of course, I think when I stopped talking to him throughout like the start of February, I think that genuinely time of being alone, at first it was hard to deal with. At first it felt weird to not be with that someone that you talk to almost all the damn time. But throughout, it got better, and like I was getting fine with being alone. And the second I went back with him, like to start talking to him again, it just ruined the whole atmosphere. It ruined that atmosphere of me saying that I was fine away from this guy. And I'm glad I made the change back, because I honestly, I think me being alone, learned to respect myself a little more than putting myself around people who don't care. So like I said, take this information as you will, and hopefully use it in your life to motivate you towards surrounding yourself around better people if you are surrounded by bad people. Take this information to motivate yourself to do better things. Thanks for watching this video. Of course, like I said, please like and subscribe. And yeah, my name is Trio, and I'll see you guys in the next Yap session. Peace.